rushed. Yeah, trying to find out, yeah, that's right. Program's hectic. People were up and around till after 10. The problem with kirtan programs is they always go late. It kills the morning program. I've seen it. Even in my work. You should just finish at 9 or 8 or something.
Yeah, no, I didn't sleep until, like, I had to wind up and everything.
Oh,
He
yeah.
took me some time. I think I rested around 11 or 11:30.
Oh.
Because the kirtan, like, Maharaj also spoke after for like almost an hour.
He spoke again after.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, just stick to the program. That's
45 minutes, I think.
after. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
So you're gonna then go over to Govinda's at 10:45? Is that the plan?
Yeah, apparently it's something's supposed to happen at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, some game or something. He just suggested I start a kirtan here.
Oh.
Hare Krishna, Jai. I think we should put some chairs here.
Sure.
Hare Krishna. So apparently things will start here. Hare Krishna. Yeah, maybe for now, yeah. For now, yeah. Hare Krishna, sure. We're probably going to transfer you over here. All right. Wait another 5 minutes or something. Prabhupada? Yes. That's what happened. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could tell. Well, I'm just looking behind me. I hope those stage items work. Maybe we can.
It's
apologies.
just have to move everything over there in 20 minutes.
Yes, I don't know. Just at least we got this.
Yeah.
I mean, I was asked to lead a kirtan, and some people can't sit on the floor, so
Yeah.
put some chairs in. Hare Krishna. Are you coming? You're coming with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want me to do something?
Yeah, one thing that can be done
Mm-hmm.
is, you see those three stands there and
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
the bars? They can just be put around the corner,
Okay.
just around the corner.
Okay. Behind the door.
Yeah, behind the door. Kind of out of the way, but put it there. I've been in touch with her. I invited her.
Thank you for inviting her.
Yeah.
You can't keep in touch with everybody.
Not everybody.
No, but I mean, this is.
You remember her. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Her name, Anamati.
Anamati, yeah, you know her husband.
Yeah,
He
sure.
does, we did all
Yeah.
the chairs.
You know, I think I'd like to give her a gift.
Oh,
I don't know if let's see.
oh, okay.
I can give her this one, okay? I'll just put my name to it. I'll just sign it. Just a little token of appreciation. And
Anamati.
yeah, and his name.
His name is Paris. Robert Paris. The husband name is Robert Paris.
How do you spell the second?
R-O-B-E-R-T. Paris, P-A-R-R.
P-A,
Paris, P-A-R.
like Paris, like the
Like
city.
in Paris.
Okay. Okay, and I'll just put down August 31st. Okay. Thank you. Krishna, Krishna. Jack.
Been asked to do something.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Sati Deve Gauravani Pracha Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Yatha Desata Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadiya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadiya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. I believe we're about to start the program. Our organizers have just entered in, and they're making their way over here. Hare Krishna. Happy Radhashtami to everyone. Jai. Happy Radhashtami. Srimati Radharani ki jai. I wrote a poem about Radharani. It's very short. It's called The Goddess. The embodiment of beauty, the spirit of purity. Her complexion resembles gold, while her senses are controlled. She's calm, composed, collected. To all souls, she remains connected. She is the epicenter of radiance, as a flower's essence is fragrance. She is the master in the cuisine. After her craft, she keeps it all clean. She is a teacher of surrender, holding no place for a pretender. And those who are morose to her can't come close. She is the epitome of the feminine, spontaneous in love, beyond regimen. Loyal to the prime one, through him devotion had begun. She is indeed the goddess, the queen, the only way to get to the king. Her name is Radha. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you. We're supposed to start memories, if I'm not mistaken. Radha Priya? Or should we get started? Okay. Hare Krishna. All right, so I guess I will get started. Devotees were living in, for a few years in our temple, which was a crowded, rented house. We had a chance to see that yesterday at 187 Gerrard Street in the heart of Cabbage Town. Why Cabbage Town? Because my understanding is it was an Irish settlement. A lot of Irish people settled down in that area. They were not going to eat potatoes, so they decided on cabbages. So there are a lot of cabbage patches in that area. Anyways, I think we all know what the neighborhood was like. Hasn't changed too much. No offense, Praharna. You know, we'd be sleeping at night on guard duty, and somebody would ring the doorbell at 1:30 in the morning, and you look through the peephole, and it's like a guy missing an eye or an arm or a leg, like some kind of Blackbeard pirate. And then you'd open the door, "Can I get something to eat?" At that hour in the day, because those wino folks, they have no idea of time, what time it is in the morning. That was an interesting place. But I do recall when we did make the transition, and we left that location for this location. I was asked by Ayodyapati at the time to cook some of the offerings. He was busy, and so devotees were very active, changing, selling all the beautiful oak wood pews that were here, and that way we made some money. Anyways, we moved in, and things were pretty bare here. Everything was very, it was not designed like it is now. And we had a big festival on 1996 in January. Devotees came all the way from Regina through the snowstorms, and devotees from Montreal, mostly devotees from Canada, different locations. It was very beautiful. I remember when coming here and looking at the floor, and I saw all these tilak marks. Do you know what I'm talking about here? And I thought, wow, devotees are really pretty holy. Their tilak melts into the floor. And those were only marks. Oh yeah, you see one over there, right? That's where the pews or the benches were screwed in. So we decided not to do much about it, because this is the floor that Prabhupada walked on. Let's see, what else? We saw some of the slides yesterday of that opening, and there's that beautiful sort of a grainy photo where some of the ladies were there. Yeah, it was a great event, and so it's been 50 years since that great time of entering in here. We've put this building to good use, and devotees have been working hard to keep in mind that this is a place of devotion. I mean, initially it was built for devotional purposes, right? And my understanding is, in regards to this building, it changed hands a few times. I mean, it was always a Protestant group of people that were running the place. The first part of the building was that area, where the Govindas is. That was their chapel. In 1897, they started the work. And then later on, when they got some money, they added on in 1911, this portion. So it was in two parts. Maybe Deva, you know a little bit more about it, but back in the 40s, this building was purchased by Charles Templeton, who was quite a famous Canadian. He became a TV personality. He was respected like Pierre Berton, author. Charles Templeton bought this building, and he was quite popular. My understanding, he was like a Billy Graham for Canada. And isn't it true, Praharna, your mother used to line up along with other people? So he was so popular that they had to build a balcony, to accommodate, a few more hundred people. And that's why that balcony is there. Otherwise, it wasn't there initially. If you look at some old photographs, there was a big pipe organ over there, and it went way up. And this is also like a drop ceiling, as far as I understand. Now, there was a young boy who caught the place on fire, and that happened in January. There are some photographs that will reveal what happened. It was January, and there's snowflakes coming down, in the interior here. Charles Templeton came here to visit. Of course, he's much older. As I understand, he became an atheist. He became an atheist later on, and then became the TV personality that he was. So he came in through the door there one sunny late morning, and I met him, and he just wanted to have a look around, naturally. So we're talking about now the 90s, early 90s, and he was pretty active here from the 40s on, 50s, that time frame, as far as I understand. I didn't stick with him. I was busy, but we just let him move around. Then Charles Templeton got involved a little, going back to Gerrard Street. He and Pierre Burton had a lot to say about the kidnapping of Rudrani, that whole, brainwashing, deprogramming era. And they gave their opinion. They didn't approve of deprogramming. They made that clear. That Ted Patrick, who was the perpetrator, whatever. And it was big news all across Canada. There was a young woman who, they attempted to kidnap or brainwash her, deprogram her. She was a Protestant, she became a Catholic. Her parents were very upset about that, about her conversion, if you want to call it a conversion. And during that same time, Rudrani was kidnapped, right? And I don't know if Bibi Govindaswamy will tell us a little bit about it, how we tried to rescue her. The story is so interesting, so interesting. It all happened on Avenue Road at that particular time. Let's think about Srila Prabhupada and what it was like when he came here. He did send a telegram to our devotees and to the temple president at the time. This is a great triumph. He was very happy that we secured this building. At that time, it would have been the largest temple in North America. And I think you've all seen the footage of Uttama Shloka talking about whether we should really go for this building or not. You've all seen it. It's classic. And Srila Prabhupada was hearing about the building. It was the way it was described to him, the size of the place, the high ceilings, the mezzanine, and the other adjoining room, and a basement, a kitchen, all that. And Prabhupada was just, let's say, he got quite excited. But then the money factor came in, and Prabhupada felt that, no, I don't think we should get it. You can't, it will be too much anxiety to maintain. And then Prabhupada was, tell me a little bit more about it, and tell me again all the features of it. And he got very excited, and he declined a second time. Then I think on the third round, said, he took his fist and he pounded on the desk. We must purchase anxiety, Devotees have to take on difficulties, for the sake of pleasing Krishna. So we got the building, and he was so happy about it. At the same time, the Fisher Mansion was available in Detroit. And that was also secured by devotees. So he personally prayed that we would get this place. So if anyone ever thinks that, we should sell this, and I think we have no right to do that, just because Prabhupada was personally involved. Hare Krishna, Mother Subhuti. Okay. So there's a lot of beautiful highlights that took place here in the temple. We did talk a little bit this morning about you know, a phase that was very taxing for us when there was a theme, you know, infiltrating in the movement, very anti-woman, anti-grahasta, anti-brahmachari, who towed the party line. Very, you know, you remember that time. It was horrible. It was the biggest threat I think the movement ever had. Praharna, you spoke about that at the mantra retreat, and you got a standing ovation. Standing ovation. They were, yeah, to hear about how the ladies were treated at that time. And I'm just saying that because today is Radhastami, and it's a very special day. And I just hope we never go through that kind of phase again. At least we're going to just protect our temples in Zone 1, which is our jurisdiction here. We never want to see that kind of stuff happen again. In fact, what was really beautiful about, excuse me, we're doing a talk right now. What drew people like myself to the temple at 187 Gerrard Street, there was an incredible family feel. It was joyous. It was just so, wow, who wouldn't want to be part of this experience, you know? So when that was challenged or shaken up, it was really quite scary. And yeah, we did go through a phase. Many temples have gotten over it, but there's still some pockets where there's attitudes, you know. So that was threatening, but I guess we got over it, and I think it's up to us to make sure that we preserve the spirit that Prabhupada established for us. Very family-oriented, meaning to say a community sense. I still think we have to do some things about when it comes to actually biological family. What we can, there's still a lot of work to be done on that, you know. How to, let's say, bring about wholesome family values. Yeah, like in my position, I do have young people, they do come to me with their concerns, and especially the young guys. And I just want to, you know, my mood is get on with it, get married, get settled down, try to get the right person, and so on. Take shelter of the counselors in your neighborhood, and you know, have a few babies, you know, treat them well, and let's get on with it. Very few people are thinking about sannyas. They don't even think about it. It's not in their radar. But I think if we have real strong families, then we have a strong culture. We have a strong community. And a lot of our, let's say, adaptations of what's in Prabhupada's books was misunderstood. So hopefully we'll do a little better job. So when I see the young men, like this Jai over here, Hare Krishna, you know, we traveled together to Nunavut just recently, and we don't mind talking to guys like him who are exceptional and just encouraging them, you know, into this next phase in their life, because we have single men here, single women here, and you know, that's our job, is to help them to move along and follow the proper pattern. Okay. So I hope I'm not going too far off track on this. So we're supposed to talk about memories, but I don't think I can avoid speaking a little bit about the present and the future. I think it's really important to deal with the present. And I will tell you a little story. It has to do with my first walk across Canada. I was finishing up, you know, I was getting in the end of Nova Scotia, a place called Halifax, where you lived for some time. And I remember the CBC came over, and she had a tape recorder, if you remember those old relics, you know. And she asked all the regular questions. Like when CBC comes and takes interest in a project, it's a good one. It's a good hit. Right. So she asked me all the questions. Why are you doing this walk? And I said, well, it's for the spiritual healing of the nation, things like that, to promote the walking culture. And when did you start? You know, all the normal clothes. How many pairs of shoes? Now that you're almost finished, what does it take? I said 4 pairs of shoes, things like that. And then now that you're finished, you're about completed the walk, what was the greatest moment that you experienced on your journey? So when she asked that, I got like a little stage fright. I just didn't know what to say. Was it when I was, this is true, I was in a forest, I deal with the call of nature, and 7 hornets got onto my backside. Would I tell that? No, it's too embarrassing. What about the bears, their experiences, and anything? What was critical in my mind? I just couldn't think about it. And it was like one moment was like 12 years or more. That's how it felt. But then it just dawned on me, the greatest thing that happened on this walk was you're standing there in front of me, and you're asking me this question, and I'm trying to figure out the answer. That's the greatest thing that ever happened on this walk. So she said, oh, I know where you're coming from. It's like being in the present, being in the moment, and all that. So I think that is very important for devotees in general, or people in general, is to be paying attention to what you're doing now, you know, not have your head so much in the future or in the past, but be concerned about what is happening right now, and whatever I do now will impact the future. Okay, so that's that little sort of message on that one. And so some of us are here who are here, but we may not be here, meaning on this planet Earth, for very long. Do we have 10 years? Do we have 15 years? 5 years even? Who knows? You know? So let us make the best of what is now. Prepare ourselves for that exit, the final stage, before we go, hopefully, back to Krishna. And if it's not going to happen this time around, hopefully the next time. Hopefully we can put a closure to this long journey of transmigrations from one body to the next and to the next. Let's get it done with, right? Let's get it over with. So we have all the beautiful features in our life that can help to make that happen, to get to Krishna's abode. We have Srila Prabhupada. Of course, we have Radharani. We have Krishna. And perhaps most important, most of all, is we have each other. There's nothing more important. And at the core of our philosophy, it's all about devotees. If people ask, do you worship God? Yes, we do. Do you worship anything else? Each other. Really, that's our philosophy. Greater than worship of Krishna is worship of his devotees, right? And it's not just left with Prabhupada. It's not just we're streamlined towards him. It's we have each other. So that's important. So if you look to the side, this side, and that side, and I'm talking particularly with our group that's in front of me here, you look at each other, say, oh, you're very important. Yeah, you are maybe the most important. So from a chemistry point of view, some of us maybe didn't get along. We have a lot of people that have come through the ISKCON doors. 8,400,000 different types of people. But it doesn't matter. And we all learn how to accept each other, even though we're different. And I think that's really important. That's how we're going to advance. Our getting back to Godhead is dependent on our view, the way we look at each other, and our, gentleness towards each other. One of the best things, of course, even if you have some issues with each other, and we've all had issues with other devotees, is kirtan. Just get wrapped in the kirtan, and you let bygones be bygones. And if we can just maintain that mentality, that philosophy, we'd be doing really good. Hare Krishna. So I am going to have to leave because I'm doing a program in Hamilton. We have a regular program there to celebrate Radhastami, and then to Niagara Falls, where we have a community there as well. So thank you. I will have to put on my sandals and get on out of here. So I want to thank you very much. I am Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Happy Radhastami, everyone. Thank you, Maharaj, for that wonderful memories and that talk. So right now we're going to be taking a group photo outside right before Maharaj goes to Hamilton. And it's going to be all the Gerrard Street pioneers. So we're all going to take a picture on the steps outside. So please, let's go outside. Bibi Govinda Maharaj is already out there. So